I'm going to wait till somebody shows up. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me on the replay, I hope you will subscribe and stick around and listen. I do have a message from Spirit. I began this reading one time already, and people showed up and nobody could hear me. So I had to end that reading and start it over. And what I found out was there was absolutely nothing wrong. So I don't know. It's part of the reading. Somebody won't listen to you, or they can't hear you, or it only comes through in waves. Maybe you connect with this person telepathically or something like that, but somehow it's only coming through in waves, and you're not really able to hear the person. So I'm going to give it a moment and let somebody show up and make sure they can hear me, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Okie dokie. Let me see if I can share the video. Can you hear me? Whoever you are, can you please like the video if you can hear me? Okay. I'm waiting for someone to let me know by liking it or however. Hi, Vanessa. Can you hear me, sweetheart? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now I started this video one time already and nobody could hear me. I checked the camera, I checked the microphone, absolutely nothing wrong. So, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. So, what I've discovered is that that's part of the reading. Cosmo, my parrot, was in here with me, and he was pulling cards, and he pulled 3 cards from a deck before I could stop him. And this is what I got. This is part of the reading. Everything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. Somebody has a painful past. Okay? There's someone who will not talk to you. There's no communication. And that's why you couldn't hear me on the video. And there's also some insecurity about your attachments. This card says, no push pull, no guessing games. This is what it feels like to be loved by someone emotionally available, consistent, and attuned. So this person is emotionally unavailable. They might be talking to you, but you feel like when you're talking to them, they're not listening. Hello, McFreeze. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, the first video, nobody could hear me, but it was part of the video. Because it's a lack in the communication, because this person does that in and out thing. And they might be talking to you at times, and then the next thing you know, they just go quiet on you. And you've had a painful past. So the last thing you need is somebody that's being inconsistent with you, right? You need someone who will love you consistently. And then I got some music for the video. If you're new here, my name is Christie, and I am, I don't know what I am. I'm here to help serve you, to find out what's best for you next. If you have questions, I try to answer them. I try to do whatever I can to help make this world a better place. And I do read tarot cards. I use all kinds of stuff to get messages from Spirit. So Spirit has a message for you if you'll stick around. You Okay, Mike, I'm glad you're here. Listen up because there's a message here, okay? And we're going to try to find out what's going on with your aunt that she won't talk to you, okay? We're going to try to find out. All right, in fact, I'll answer that question specifically for you if you'd like. Oh, McFreeze, you're so sweet. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Okay, let's get into the reading. The first song that I actually got the first song, and that was all I got. But then Spirit allowed another song to come through without me asking. So listen to these lyrics and think about how you can apply this to your life, okay? Because Spirit speaks to us through music. Music is a gift from Spirit, okay? And this is how it goes. Oh no, you're not gonna do that to me. No, look, the lyrics tried not to come through. I'm telling you, this person is not listening to you for some reason. There is a swelling storm, and I'm caught up in the middle of it all. And it takes control of the person that I thought I was, the boy I used to know. But there is a light in the dark, and it feels like warmth. My hands and my heart, but why can't I hold on? Because it comes and goes in waves. It always does. It always does. And we watch as our young hearts fade into the flood, and the freedom of falling. It's talking about falling in love. The freedom I thought was set in stone. Or it's some kind of freedom. It slips through my fingers. I'm trying hard to let go. And it comes and goes in waves. Oh, it comes and goes in waves and carries us away through the wind and down to the place we used to lay when we were kids. Memories of a stolen place caught in the silence, an echo lost in space. But it comes and goes. So you knew this person as a child. It comes and goes in waves. It always does. And we watch as our young hearts fade into the flood. And the freedom of falling, the feeling I thought was set in stone. It slips through my fingers. I'm trying hard to let go. But it comes and goes in waves. It comes and goes in waves and carries us away. I've watched my wild youth disappear in front of my eyes, moments of magic and wonder. It seems so hard to find. As is it ever coming back again? Is it ever coming back again? Will you ever fall in love again? That's what you're asking yourself. Will I ever feel how it feels to fall in love again? Everything was left to find because it comes and goes in waves. It always does. And the freedom of falling, a feeling I thought was set in stone, it slips through my fingers. And I'm trying hard to let go. But it comes and goes in waves. It comes and goes in waves and carries us away. Have you ever had somebody in your life that you loved and they fell out of your life and now you can't have contact with them? You felt like this was such a secure attachment at one time, and the two of you spoke a lot, and you have a painful past. Something separated you from this person, and now you're unable to reconnect. And the feelings that you have are like nostalgia, and they come through in waves, and you remember how good it felt when you were young and you had a relationship with this person, but you can't have that for some reason now. And that's what Spirit wants to talk to you about. Now, for some of you, this could be like with Mike, it could be a family member, okay? But for some reason, Spirit allowed this to come through also. And it's called by Caitlin Smith. That was Dean Lewis Waves. This is Caitlin Smith, Maybe in Another Life. And this is how it goes. We were fireworks in the rain, cigarettes and gasoline. I could see through the smoke. It was beautiful. And the way that you look at me made our love feel evergreen. We wandered off to a place I had never known. Oh, everything was real from the way you kiss me to the way you make me feel. We burn out of control, and I'll love you forever with fire in my soul. Maybe I could be your girl, and we don't ever have to say goodbye, maybe in another life. And this could also be a whole separate situation from the family member. This could be two separate situations. I don't know. Apply it to your life, okay? And as a place where the grass is blue up high with a purple moon. And there's a room in our house where you're holding me close. And we'll talk for 1,000,000 years and we'll only cry happy tears. But then I wake up and I'm talking to a ghost. Everything was real from the way you kiss me to the way you make me feel. And we burn out of control, and I'll love you forever with fire in my soul. Maybe I could be your girl, and we don't ever have to say goodbye. Maybe in another life, maybe in another life. Oh, everything was real from the way you kiss to the way you make me feel. We burn out of control, and I'll love you forever with fire in my soul. Maybe I could be your girl, and we don't ever have to say goodbye. Maybe in another life. Maybe I could be your girl. We don't ever say goodbye. Maybe in another life. Maybe in another life. So for some of you, this could be a family member that's coming through in waves. I love you guys, Mick Freeze. Thank you, Mike, for sticking around. We are going to find out what's going on here, okay? I feel like you've lost contact with someone important to you, and I also feel like there may be a love. You fell in love maybe when you were younger. For some of you, it might be one and some the other, or it could be some combination of the two because you've met someone through life and you've also lost contact with that family member. But I will answer Mike. Um, Mike, are you still here? If Mike shows back up, I'm going to answer his question. Until then, I'm going to continue on, okay? All right, so we want to find out what exactly happened here. Something happened here. Let's find out. Let's look at these cards right here. We're going to find out what happened. What happened here? Both of you loved each other, but there was somebody that's being avoidant. You guys really love each other, but for some reason they're avoiding. Why are they avoiding? Some of them dropped out. What's going on? What happened here? Infidelity. And I can't avoid the fact that you weren't faithful to me. You had other people in our relationship that got in the middle. Now, if this is a legitimate platonic family type thing, then it could have been other family members that got in the way. Sometimes that happens. I said this before. They were being hot and cold, right? Don't be hot and cold. You know that you need to stop cheating on me. You know you're seeing other people. Tell me how this happened. This is ridiculous. Opposites are aligning. And you're not going to be codependent. Okay, so what I see here is you have something beautiful in front of you. I don't know if it's happened yet, but there's about to be something beautiful that's going to happen. This is about you. They bring what you lack and you offer what they need. This is a beautiful alchemy of complementary energies, okay? And you're not codependent. Codependent is here, but it's in reverse. Is this love or is it emotional survival? Let go of the illusion that you need them to be whole. But see, you don't know, you don't feel that way. You know you're enough without them. You're bringing 100% and so are they. So if this hasn't happened, this is what's going on. Okay? All right, what's being hidden? Oh, that's a lot. Somebody's hiding that they have money problems. You want to build a life together. But this is not your family and you're not healing. There's something going on in your family that needs healing. Your chosen family. And look, you have mutual heart showing up. Mutual effort, rather. Both of you are willing to put in the work. There's a need for you to have healing in your chosen family. And nobody's talking about it. Here's what I'm saying. You've created your own definition of family, and this love feels like home in every way that matters. And together, you're breaking generational patterns and becoming the example you never had growing up. And you're trying to build something together, but you're having money problems. You're building something together. You both are willing to put in 100% to make this work. This is beautiful, okay? So you have the opportunity in front of you. Somebody has a lot of tattoos. A lot. And they live in a city with a lot of tall buildings, but somebody else lives in the country. So the two of you might not be together right now. You might live in different cities. You might live across town. This burns out of control. You see how that house is like it? So it could be lesbian gay community. For some of you, I see a lot of rainbows showing up. Yin and yang is here. I feel like this is maybe a soul connection. Somebody you've met and you have that very strong chemistry. Okay. McFreeze, thank you. You're so sweet. Can anybody comment or have the comments stopped? Can somebody comment and let me know while I'm reading what's being shown? There's a lot of technical stuff. It's almost like Mercury's in retrograde, but it's not that. It's not in. Look, it came out, y'all. Both of you are putting in mutual effort. This is beautiful. You're both showing up, checking in, and putting in the work. That's what makes this love thrive. So both of you showing up and putting in the work is going to cause this to thrive. But right now you're hiding the fact that you're having money problems while you're trying to build this together. So you have chosen family that you need to have healing with. We're going to find out why you're not doing that. All right, or maybe you are and you just did that already. Maybe you did that in the past. Or maybe you're going to do that. You're just not able to because of your money problems. That sucks when you have a love this beautiful and the thing that's really causing you the problems is the money. That really sucks. All right, what's going to happen next? Because that's what's most important. Parenthood came out. So it looks like the two of you will be parents together. Or something's going on with parenthood. You're on the same page of what you want when it comes to having children, and that shared vision is part of what makes this love so solid. So there's someone you want to have children with. I don't see any comments, so I don't know if the comments have stopped. And also, somebody is mismatched. Your puzzle pieces from two different boxes. No matter how hard you try, you just don't fit in. And that could be this chosen family that you haven't made healing with. Because somebody's mismatched. You just don't fit in. If you feel like you don't fit in, what else is going to happen next? If it's not parenthood for you, what is it? I think it is for some of you. You may have fertility issues going on. You may have to adopt, or you may have to do like in vitro. You have this relationship. Oh my God, you've been avoidant, and the reason why you're avoiding this is because there's so much chemistry. The sexual chemistry is off the charts, and you're at long distance from one another. You can't be together. Both of you are willing to do the work though, but right now you don't have the money to be together. That's hard. It's collective. That's hard. And you have no trust issues. You trust this person with your life. Like, they're not going to be having affairs and messing around, that they're loyal to you. That's not a problem in this relationship. Okay, so why aren't you having healing with this family over here, this chosen family? Because seeking perfection. So somebody feels like you got to be perfect. You don't feel like you can be, and you can't. That's an unrealistic expectation, and you're tired of this. You're burned out. You're sick of it. So this family that you've chosen, you can't get healing there. And you want to be with somebody else, but you're having problems with money and they're at a distance from you. But the two of you have a beautiful relationship. There's nothing wrong with your relationship with this person except you can't get to them. That's hard. That's hard. All right, let's find out what's going on where you are right now. What happened here? And this is in this. I feel that for most of you, you're stuck in this family that you chose. And you feel like you're never good enough because they are so high and mighty and you're having money problems. Alright, show me what happened here. You want shit to be different, and I see that. You want to be with somebody else. What's being hidden? Because you're hiding stuff. You're hiding money problems, and that you want to build something meaningful. Watch what you say. They won't listen. Look, that's why you couldn't hear me. You need to watch what you say, because if you don't, somebody just won't listen. Hello, Grace. Hello, Cheryl. Shin, I'm sorry. I'm going to get the list together when I get finished with the reading, and I'm not going to go far with this. I'm going to keep it short for you all today. All right, what's being shown? I will put you on the list, though, if you stick around, okay? Whoever's here at the end can be on the list. What's being shown is that you're hot, smart, and have a great ass, and tantrums are for babies. So somebody throws tantrums because of how hot you are. I don't think they trust you around other people or something. All right, what's going to happen next? It is what it is. That you're going to go on a real fucking date, smell good, and get your sexy on. So this person that you want to be with that's at a distance, I think you're going to finally go see them. And I think it's going to be beautiful when you get there. Yeah, fill in the blank. It's something beautiful coming. And right now, it's just not possible. But you have to do the dishes while you wait. Soaking is not washing. Make sure you're doing your housework. And that's why I got to keep it brief today, because I have to do housework myself. All right, talk to me, Spirit, when it comes to this situation. What do we need to know about it? How did it happen? What's the problem here? First quarter moon, your communication, why did I say communication? Your commitment is being tested. Adjustments are required. Came out in reverse. But, Spirit says, it's going to be a win-win outcome. So you have to make adjustments because your commitment is being tested. Third quarter and first quarter moon are significant. And the full moon in Libra, something happened in your relationship during this past full moon we just had in Libra. That full moon in Libra stirs up shit every year. I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but it causes a lot of shit to happen. It causes death. It causes significant change, that just upheaval. It's upheaval every year in our lives. And you can bet on it. But this year it was much stronger than normal because of the transits, the other planets that landed on in the exact same place on the grid. All right, what's being hidden? You got to be careful what you say, and somebody won't listen. What's being hidden? Oh, bless your heart. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm going to get to you in 1 second, okay? What's being hidden? There we go. There's a lot being hidden. All right. You're not showing the world the real you. You won't surrender to the divine. Everything is set in stone. It's time for healing. And you're not going to take any action. I'm going to answer your question in 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, and what's being shown? Look, you're not seeing the big picture. Oh, your thinking is so upside down. And you won't be bold and make the first move. All right, so what's going to happen next? A fiery climax is approaching. So this is all fixing to come to a head. The Aries full moon is here. You could be dealing with a Cancer. A personal issue is going to reach resolution. Okay, I'm going to stop for a moment and I'm going to talk to MBB6047. Thank you for the $6. What's coming towards you in love? Let's see how we can find out. Let's ask, first of all, if anything is coming towards you in love. Is there something coming towards this person in love, Spirit? No need to worry, but unlikely. In the next 30 days, if there's something coming towards this person in love, ask for help from others. It's not unlikely. So in the next 30 days, you might find somebody new. Is there somebody new? Take action. It's not unlikely. So there's someone already that you're thinking about, that you have, or they're thinking about you. I think you know who I'm talking about. Is it possible in the next 30 days for this person to have true love? No. No, it's not. Okay, so what we need to find out, not a year from now, so it'll be you will get love, but not in the next 30 days, okay? We're going to find out why, okay? All right. I want to know, is there true love coming in the next 6 months? Ask for help from others. Meditation brings answers. You're worrying. Okay, first of all, I need you to stop worrying because I'm picking up your energy, okay? If they'll stop worrying and work on their self, will they get love in the next 30 days? In the near future, you need to, okay, there's a lack of forgiveness here. You might have done something in the past, or someone might have done something to you that you haven't been able to forgive, and now it's put a negative taste in your mouth when it comes to relationships. Okay, but yes, if you will do the work, yes, in the next, I don't know what I said. Did I say 30 days? Whatever I said, whatever I asked. If you'll work on this forgiveness and get positive, you will have love in the near future. Okay, but there's something that you need to work on because Spirit flat out said no. And I am not going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you need so you can actually make changes in your life that'll bring you what you're desiring. Okay? Because a lot of it is about us. We attract what we are. And if you're walking around unforgiven or being unforgiving, and being negative when it comes to relationships, guess what you're going to attract? The same thing. And you're attracting people that aren't interested in a relationship because they don't have something hard. It looks like hard or hurt you in the past. Okay? So now I'm going to find out what you need to work on in order for you to have love come through for you. What does this person need to work on? Spirit says you need to be careful when it comes to getting close and getting serious too soon. And somebody has been burned out. You're not burned out, okay? If things burn out of control because you get intense too soon, okay? This is the pre-shuffle. I'm just giving you some advice. You need to have good boundaries and don't be burned out. You don't get tired of this person too quick. Because if you get into everything too quick, you need to take it slow and easy. When you meet somebody, don't jump in bed. Make them work for it. Make this person show you who they are before you lay down with them in bed. Okay? All right, show me what they need to work on. Okay. There's an addiction going on. Someone may have had an addiction in the past. This doesn't have to be drugs, but it looks like it could be pills. What else do they need to work on? You need good, okay, you have a struggle with anxiety when it comes to relationships. You might get really nervous when you meet people. You are afraid to get close to someone. They are scared too. Give them a chance. Remember I said in the beginning, I felt like somebody was looking at you or had their eyes on you, or you had your eyes on somebody. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated, okay? So these are the things that you need to work on. Yes, I'm going to call you out. Because Spirit is here to help you to get well, to get healed, so you can have the life that you dreamt of, the life that you deserve. Sweetheart, you deserve so much better than what I see on my table. And Spirit has something beautiful in mind for you. This is not too hard. This is not too hard. It's going to be hard. But you can do it. You can do it. You want me to ask, is it Joe? Okay, I'm going to ask, is it Joe? And then I want you to work on these things and come back and ask me again in the next couple weeks if I see something different, okay? Because you can do this. Spirit said, no, you're not listening to your intuition, but let's see what comes out. Is it Joe, Spirit? Is it Joe? Recovery is here and no success. Spirit speaking to you about that addiction. And let go of whatever you're addicted to. You need to get recovery and success in your recovery. And let go. Okay? Can you tell me if it's somebody else that they don't maybe know about? Yes. Spirit said yes. Spirit is not playing with you. There's somebody watching you that wants to show you mad love. Look, there's something better than Joe. Sweetheart, get in recovery. Get in recovery, okay? What is it that you need to get well? Spirit, is this person going to have what they need to get well? No need to worry. Opportunity. But you have to make that decision. There's no need to worry. You have the opportunity, but look, what you don't see coming is you are going to be resistant to changing it. And until you do, you're going to struggle. And I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear because I love you. And I'm not the reader that's going to, whatever comes out is what Spirit's going to say to you. And I'm not going to twist it up to make you feel good. You need to heal. Okay? I'm not going to keep rubbing salt in the wound. Okay? We're going to get back to this reading right here. Thank you for your $6. I appreciate that. D. Hale, I'm also good. You're very welcome, and I'm here for you. I am in recovery. I have a degree, a master's degree in addiction and recovery. So, if you need somebody to talk to, let me know, okay? I'll be happy to talk to you. My phone number's in the description box, and you can add me on WhatsApp, and I can be there for you if you need somebody to talk to, and I have good boundaries. Okay? It's the 0404 number. There's another number in this description box because I created this in a hurry. But you can also, I think, use my email address. But use that phone number. Let me give you another phone number. 252-290-1986. I want you to write that down. That's the number I want you to use. And I want you to tell me that you gave me $6 on this video, and that's how I'm going to know it's you, okay? Go in there and send me a message and let me know what's going on with you, and I'll try to help you. That could be the opportunity, but you got to take it. Rosalind, I'm going to answer questions. You're very welcome. That person donated money to me, so I stopped the reading because they were willing to give me money. And right now I can use it. But I'm not charging anybody. The questions are free if you are willing to wait to the end. But I'm in the middle of a reading right now. It's collective. I'm concerned about us. It's time to take action, but you're not doing it. It's time for healing. You are doing that. That's great. Right now, there's things that are set in stone. It's like you can't change this. But it's because you won't show the world the real you, and you won't surrender to the divine. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. You're being someone you're not. And I think for some of you, it's because the family that you're in wants you to be perfect, and you're not perfect. You've chosen a family that doesn't accept you for who you are, and you need someone who will accept you for who you are, because you're not perfect. None of us are. And a video I made a few days ago talks about that, about how God uses imperfect people. God used Paul, a murderer, to write almost the entire New Testament. So there's nothing that you cannot do in this life, but you have to decide that you're going to do something about your healing, and it looks like you indeed are. You're not going to make the first move, and you can't see the bigger picture right now. But you're going to have a fiery climax, and I want to find out about that. So we're going to pull tarot on this, and then we're going to go into the Q&A after I give you a little guidance. Okay. So stick around, and I'll answer your questions, okay? All right. How are you working in this collective? Ooh, that flew out. The Hanged Man, and we see that all over the reading, that you're stuck in an uncomfortable house with people that don't accept you for who you are, because you have an addiction or something going on with you. There's something that it's making you imperfect. It could just be that they don't like you. They feel like you come from the wrong side of the tracks and you're with their family member who is better than you. You could be a different culture and they are racist and they don't want you around. And that could be what's going on. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. But somebody in your chosen family, yeah, they don't feel like you're good enough. And they don't listen. You have to be real careful what you say to them. You tiptoe around them. You're walking around eggshells, trying not to crack them eggshells. I can't live like that. And sweetheart, you're not going to either, because you've got somebody that's waiting for you that is a beautiful, healthy relationship. But you're having money problems and you can't get to them. And this is causing you to have to look at this from different perspectives, because what's working is not working. What you're working on is not working. I should say that. All right. And what's the energy to overcome? We see that it's money problems. What's the energy to overcome? It feels like a Taurus vibe or something. Judgment. You and the way you see things, you're not seeing things correctly. And what's going to pull this together? There's my Chariot. There's my Taurus vibe that I felt. You are going to overcome this. The universe is aligning for you to overcome this, because as you have to be in this uncomfortable position, it's going to teach you how to see this for what it is and to judge it and to be like, you know what? I don't have to put up with this shit. I chose this, but I can choose again. And you're coming out of this place of uncertainty where you've been through so much dark times. You felt alone, even with people right in the same room. And when they talked, it sounded like this. Wah, 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 wah. That's what it sounded like when they talked to you. Because they were talking way over you and talking at you. And the last thing you need is for somebody to try to make you feel like you're not good enough. Because I can assure you, you are. Even if you're struggling with money problems, that doesn't make you bad. That just makes you human. We're all struggling with money problems. All right. So, we want to see now what the vibe is here. Because there's a vibe that needs to be changed in order for us to get out of this. What is the vibe that's going on for how this happened? We're going to get back to the tarot in just a moment. What's the vibe here? Somebody's exhausted, burned out, burned, and empty. Tired of this. You're sick of this. And I'm sick of it too. Somebody has been sipping the gossip. They're nosy, stagnant, and it causes tension. This person talks about people all the time. And let me tell you something. If somebody talks to you about other people, guess what they do when you're not around? They talk about you. And that's what's caused you to be exhausted. You feel stuck like Chuck. That's what I call the Hanged Man. He's stuck like Chuck. You're stressed out. You've been having migraines and you're worried all the time. It's causing health problems. That's the vibe that you're living in. That's that chosen family right there. All right, what's being hidden? Hidden in here. What's being hidden? These people are vile. I don't like this family that you've chosen. You need to get away from these people. They're not your people. When you get away from these people, the freedom is coming. And you are going to overcome this in some way. You're overcoming this place where you're stuck. Spirit's going to give you the chariot to help you get out. That's transportation. Daydreaming. Somebody needs to take off that mask. Remember I said they weren't showing the world the real them? It's time for you to stop daydreaming and get your head out of the clouds. You're delusional when it comes to your hopes and dreams because you're hiding, deceiving, concealing, and masking the problem. You're pretending like everything's peaches and cream, rainbows, unicorns, shits and giggles. But you are lying to yourself, and it's time for you to wake up from your daydreaming and be real. Time to get real. All right, and what's being shown as the vibe here? What's the vibe we see here? Whoa. Oh, wow. No, I'm not taking that. What's the vibe? Somebody was a psychopath. That could be true, though. You're dealing with some nasty-ass people. Trifling, even. It's determined to come out. I might as well fucking let it. That's a lot of cards, though. All right, I'm going to put it back. If it comes out again, we're going to take it. Somebody's dealing with a psychopath. There we go. You don't have good boundaries. That's what's going on here. I don't care who you're dealing with. Your boundaries are trash. You need healing, and the deck is cutting at divine masculine energy. So there's a divine masculine here that needs to get healing. What's going to happen next? Maybe he will. Somebody's time is a factor. I'm delaying, procrastinating, and telling you. This person is telling you that they're too busy and they're not apologizing for something. Arrogant, rash actions, and insecure. So they're very, they have a lot of ego, and they're telling you they're too busy. But they have burned bridges also. You're burning a bridge here if you're not careful. Who in the world? Let me look at my phone. Okay, I got your message, baby. Thank you. Okay. And let me say, thank you. Leave me your name, okay? Mine is Christie. Alright, that was the person that donated money. This person's burning bridges too. They're very... It's like it's time for you... You know what? I just saw this differently. It's time for you to stop apologizing for who you are. You need to stop apologizing for who you are. It's about to blow up. Shit's about to explode. Okay, we saw that someone was talking about you and gossiping. So let's look at what they're saying. I'm going to start cleaning this up because I want to be able to answer your questions. Somebody's very nosy and all they do is gossip. And that is how this all started, was with this very, very nosy, gossipy person. The only thing I'm going to leave out is the tarot, because we're going to read the tarot and see what we can do to get out of this situation. The universe is coming into alignment for a fiery climax. That is going to be how you overcome this chariot vibe that I see. The chariot is on its way, and it's going to bring you out of a place that you've been in for a very long time with the wrong family. They expected perfection out of you, but you have somebody who's your exact opposite. They're not codependent. They're just there's money problems with this person, but they want to build something with you. They're not seeking perfection. They just want to build something with you, and you have a lot of sexual chemistry with them. The two of you are willing to put in the effort. Both of you are willing to put in the effort, but they're at a distance from you, and there's a lot of chemistry, but they're avoiding something when it comes to their hold on. Maybe parenthood. Maybe something that happened to them in childhood could be causing them to not be able to get out of this other family. We're going to find out. Give me just a second. I want to put these cards away properly because they do get mixed up if I'm not careful. Okie dokie. We are going to get to the bottom of this. If you know me, you know that. It might take me a minute because I'm a little slow sometimes, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this. And when I get an answer, it's usually correct. I mean, for real, it is. You can ask people that come here. And Spirit, if you ask me a question, you need to be willing to hear the answer. Because Spirit's not going to give you anything else but the truth when you come here, okay? And it gives me the truth as well. God hates tarot cards. When did God tell you that? Jesus loves you very much too. Welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here. If you have anything positive to contribute, please do. Because this is a channel where we try to stay positive and allow other people to have their beliefs. And this is my gift from God. And this is how God told me to communicate with it. Okay? So take your little self-righteous ass away. Because I don't have time for you. I used to be self-righteous like that. And you know what? God smacked me upside my head and told me to stop doing it. Because it was evil. Okay. Let's see what we need to do to get out of this mess we're in. We're going to use the Rider-Waite on this. Why are we stuck here? Why are we stuck? Because of the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands. This is what you're seeing from a different perspective. You're getting a lot of communication from someone that you're thinking. You're coming up with a strategy by talking to someone. I think you're trying to figure out how the two of you can get the money together to be together. And I think if you could, it would be a really good idea. Why is the Hangman here? Because this has been heavy when you look back at everything. It's like, I've been trying so hard to get the money. What am I doing wrong? Why is this always got to be so heavy? Why can't I get my money together? What is wrong here? Throat chakra. Open your ears, people. Someone's in love with me, and I need to help relieve their burden. They've been pushing this all by themselves, and I don't want to see them stuck in this burden anymore. There's a Pisces, it looks like. Show me what's going on. Why are we stuck? Well, that makes it real easy to understand. Because there's an Emperor and a King of Cups. This could be an older man in your life that doesn't love you, or you don't love them. Or this could be two men. You could have an older man that you have a lot of love for, and a younger man. He's still in his, he's an adult. He's a king. But he's a King of Cups. And the King of Cups is supposed to be loving and kind and sensitive and romantic and spiritual. But when they're in reverse, it's because sometimes they don't have any spirituality. They don't believe in anything. They're kind of flighty. Their love is conditional. They put conditions on their love. This could be a father that is struggling with his relationship with his son. And that could be, you could be stuck with a father. I don't know who this Emperor is. This could be a divine masculine and another man. And you need this other man that's so hateful to you out of your life. So you can be with this other man that you're meant to be with astrologically because they're your soulmate. Because this was a spiritual connection I was seeing on my table. All right, and you're having to defend yourself constantly. That's you saying, look, I need you to stop violating me. Stop hurting my feelings. Stop coming into my space and causing me to defend myself. I'm constantly having to defend myself against this. Why is the King of Cups here? There's a Cancer here and an Aquarius. Good God Almighty. That is somebody who was meant to be there. They were meant to bring hope, but they brought darkness. This person is maybe a Cancer or a Pisces. Maybe both is here. Aquarius is here and Aries is here. This is powerful. All major arcanas and court cards. That's what's making you stuck. No wonder you're stuck. The universe has said you're stuck. But it is also saying you have hope to come out of this place of darkness. Why is the Emperor here? I think he's the one working on getting out. Because, yes, he is in love with you and he is coming to your honor, to your rescue. This person wants to rescue you. They want to defend you against this hateful person. And they want to bring hope to your life. There is an emperor who wants to give you everything and make you stop walking around on eggshells around this hateful ass person over here that's caused you so much uncertainty and darkness in your life. You've been through something with somebody, or still are. What is Judgment? Jesus, you have a strong. The universe is working in your life strongly. The Judgment is you. Sagittarius is here. Temperance, you being controlled, working and blending things together because of Judgment. Look, whew, the universe has you in the palm of its hand. And if you're feeling that, that's what's going on. This is that climax, that fiery climax. Look, Judgment is clarifying itself, but it's wrong. It's not seeing it right. So it's like you aren't seeing correctly that you need to be patient. And when these savage ass people you're dealing with, the ones that you're fighting with, the ones that are so shady, that you're dealing with some salty ass people. And you're having to be patient. And the universe is saying, you're not seeing this right. You think you are. The energy to overcome is thinking that you are judging this correctly. What is it that you're not seeing correctly? Because you're not. You're not seeing it right. And that's why you're in hangman mode. There's an emperor that wants to rescue you. Oh, there's a lot you're not seeing right. All right, you're anxious. There's a lot of anxiety around you that's coming away. This is like something an argument. There's all this fighting and arguing. And they're constantly throwing knives or spears. They're constantly coming at you with this negative shit. And that's what you're not seeing right. There's somebody here who missed an opportunity. It wasn't very big. And it's because the person they wanted to be with didn't have much. So how do you overcome this? Because that's just tough shit, right? How do you overcome this? That's simple. You just start coming up with a strategy. The Knight of Pentacles is here. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow. He's riding on a horse that's older than dust. The horse is hardly able to go. But he has a horse. And see, the universe is pairing him with a chariot. So which means the universe is about to give this person the financial ability to get where they need to go. So they can get off this slow-ass horse and get in something that has horsepower. Like a plane, a train, a bus, a car, something that can go faster than that horse that's about to die at any moment. And what's going to be the outcome with the moon over here? Oh, you got a lot of memories, and it's because that person you're going to finally have a lot of good memories with somebody because of the chariot showing up for you. When the chariot's in reverse, it's like you don't have the chariot no more, but it showed up for you just in time. It's like spirits rescuing you just in time from some situation where people have been very, very hateful to you, mean to you. They've mistreated you. They've even maybe been abusive to you by causing you problems with your health, your mental health, and stuff like that. But what's the star? Show me what the star is going to look like. There's a man that wants to bring hope to your life. There it is. There it is. Okay. There is somebody that's going to come and bring you some love. They're going to show you some love. It's coming. There's somebody coming to show you love because you can't move away. You've been looking and begging the universe for an opportunity to get you out of this situation. I can see you crying and begging. Please get me out of this. I don't want to be here. I hate these people. These people hate me. They're so mean to me. All they ever do is fight. I can't ever be good enough. And it could be a very subtle vibe. It doesn't have to come across. These people could be underhanded and tricky, and they might because they gossip. They gossip. Did we look at the gossip? I don't think we ever looked at the gossip. That's what's missing here. How did this happen? Oh, that flew out. Rejected. Rejected came out. It came out in reverse. Why did they reject you in the past? It's like somebody's been rejecting you because they were being an imposter and starting drama. They were being fake and starting drama. It's not really that they were rejecting you. They were just being an imposter. Wants to be you, act like you, dress like you, look like you, copies you, and starting drama. All right, what's being hidden? That they can't dig any dirt on you. They've been trying to find dirt on you, and they can't find any. And what's being shown? This person's trying to find dirt on you, but they can't. Or maybe you can't dig your way out of this situation. You're all in their head, and they're running. They're getting out of here. And what's going to happen next? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Scarcity tactics. Look, you're not hooked. You're not going to get hooked on this person because they caught a case. This person's got an STD also. Something. Ooh. What else, Spirit? This bothers you? I bet it does. They may have given you an STD. They fake flex, and you have to dodge bullets around this person. They're also cyberbullying you. What's the universe up to here? What's the universe doing here? Marrying for money, fake smiling. They're a boss daddy who is big dick energy. Like, this person is the shit. Wow. They're trying to make somebody a dirty offer to marry for money. You married a boss daddy, somebody who had a lot of money because they were the shit. That's what the universe is up to. You're about to marry a boss daddy. Why are they being fake, though? Because they're trying to force you. So they're forcing you to marry money. Oh, my God. And somebody's really into you. Okay, this feels like an arranged marriage. This feels like an arranged marriage. Oh, my God. Bless your heart. You're stuck in this family like this, too. I'm sorry. I'm going to look at one more thing, and then we're going to get... It looks like you're stuck here, but it looks like the universe is going to bring you out, honestly. It might happen... It's going to happen fast. This person's not getting any traction. but the universe is about to speed it up. What else is going to happen to this Knight of Pentacles that's trying so hard to get on their feet? What's going to be the outcome for that? They're coming out of this moon. You're gonna heal. There's a Queen of Swords that maybe caused you to lose your job or not to work this out, and you're gonna get away from this person. I could be reading for a masculine. It doesn't matter. Whoever this person is, they're a bitch, and they cause you harm in your job. Maybe to lose your job. Somebody's been doing drugs. What's the rest of the tea? You need to check yourself. If you haven't had a test for STDs lately, I need you to make an appointment with the doctor if you've been having unprotected sex, because somebody has caught a case and they don't even know it. And so now you're spreading it to other people. Okay, what else? You're not going to be hooked. There's drugs involved. Remember, somebody's being salty and they're talking about you. And this is not a private relationship. What's going to happen here? This is toxic, Spirit said. And nobody is even looking into this. You're a diamond girl who's born to shine, but you need to get your shit together. You're not shining right now. You're doing drugs and all kinds of stuff. Catching cases. Diamond girls don't do that. Diamond girls don't do that. What happened here? You made a decision that's haunting you. No shit. What's being hidden? That you can't move on. We see that. And what's being shown, same message, different deck. That you can't work. Somehow you've lost your job. What's going to happen next? You don't know. You don't have a clue. The universe, what's going to happen next? You're so, you got away. You're going to get out of this. And you're going to have the commitment with that other person. The universe is about to make a way for you to be with a beautiful person. Where you've been stuck with people you had no business being stuck with. Show me what that new relationship might look like when it comes to play. Oh, that's the rejection. Why are they rejecting you? Oh, they're avoiding you. They're also thinking about you. They're going to come out of... Oh, somebody's going to take a leap of faith for a twin flame. Oh, my God. Because of all the chemistry, the compassion. They've had fears and limits, but Divine Masculine is going to stand in his power because he wants a family, home, and commitment. So he's going to end a toxic cycle. This whole freaking deck turned over, y'all. Oh, my God. He rejected you, and he's been avoiding this. But look, he's going to make a decision to say he's sorry. That one that had all that pride, he's fixing to swallow it. Something is about to happen. He's about to have a breakthrough, y'all. There's a Divine Masculine in this collective, or you're dealing with him, that's about to have a breakthrough. And they're going to finally make some big decisions. All right, talk to me, Spirit. What's going to be the outcome here? Somebody's in denial. What do we need to do about it? You need to give them a second chance. It's not new love, okay? So who is this? What is going on here? What do you mean give them a second chance? This person might be struggling with drugs. What? They're going to have integrity. Finally, they're going to stand up and have integrity. It can be hard when someone, look, they've mastered a spiritual lesson. They didn't call it a case. They might have HPV. They could have herpes. I don't know what they got. They could have anything. Maybe it was treatable. Let's hope so. Okay? But yeah, if you haven't been using sexual, even if you have, get a test for an STD. It's not going to hurt anything. Because it came out that somebody's caught a case as the outcome. So get yourself checked. Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. I'm going to time this person out. I'm so sick of people like this. They come here just because they want to be hateful. And I don't appreciate people like that. I just don't. I hope I didn't time out the wrong one. I bet you I didn't want to see you coming because I wasn't even looking for you. Okay. They've mastered a spiritual lesson. What else, Spirit? You're going to find that new love. There's the new love. There's somebody who is not awakening. What do you mean there's no awakening? It's like you don't know there's new love coming because you think they're unavailable. This person, you think right now that they might be unavailable right now. This is a friend of yours. This is a friend of yours, and they are unavailable because they're at a distance from you. That's what it looks like. But I'm telling you right now that there is so much astrological stuff going on in your life that it's out of your control. It's going to take divine intervention right here in the chariot vibe for you to get out of this. And you need money. You need money. That's what's going on here. All right, I'm going to get some guidance. And I have been really... What's going to happen in this money with this person? Show me what's going to happen. Your real estate is upright. What else? Your real estate. Spirit's working on... You have no strategy. What's going to be the outcome? You're going to have no conflict when it comes to your spirituality and charity. So your spirituality, charity, and no conflict are here. A counselor in reverse, but they're going to have growth. No counselor, but you're going to have growth. All right. What's the ultimate outcome of this person's financial stuff in the next 30 days? They're going to be settling something. What are they settling? We can't talk about it. It has to do with the counselor and odd jobs. Oh, wait. Yeah. There's something that's going to be settled, and it has to do with a conflict over spirituality and charity. And it has to do with a strategy for your real estate. It looks like you're going to be okay. We're going to look at one more thing, because I really want to give you a sense of hope today. How do we not F ourselves? We set financial goals and we stop doing the same thing. There's a ritual that you do. There's something you do that's not working. Stop doing that and set some other financial goals. What else? Oh, that flew out. We're going to celebrate. Clarify, celebrate. Declutter came out. This is causing you problems. You're partying too much. What else? Stop partying so much. Fuck being nice. It's okay to be nice, but you don't have to be nice to people that don't be nice back. And you're awakening to this fact. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. You're waking up to that and realizing that you're very charming. You are fixing to show your ass to somebody. You're going to tell them to stop. You're going to finally stand up for yourself. Because it's like you're backed in a corner and the universe is teaching you to have a backbone. What spiritual gifts are operating here? Your spirit guides are powerfully working on your behalf. And what are they doing? They're working on that house. Oh, thank you, Spirit. And that baby. And there's an angel behind it all. Your spirit guides and angels are working on your house and a baby. Anything else? Spirit said use your intuition. You have a very strong intuition. You're very gifted. And there's that celebrating again. I need you to be careful with that celebrating. For some of you, you might be celebrating a baby. One more time I'm hearing. And there's nothing wrong with celebrating if you know how to contain it. The lovers came out. That's that relationship that's in the background. And there's you a new job. You're about to have a new job that you love. working with your hands, doing something that you're good at. Spirit's about to give you some money by giving you a new job, is what it looks like to me. Alright, now, I'm being told to give you something very special. And if you don't want it, you don't have to stick around for it because it's not going to be for everybody. Let me see, can I find it first? Where is it? Hmm. Hold on, I gotta find it. Where is it, Spirit? Ah! Ah! You can't hide from me! Alright, this is your guidance from Spirit for all that we just talked about. I'm only going to take one card. This is the Sacred Rebel deck by Atlanta Fairchild. And this, if you'll listen to the guidance and do what it suggests, this is how you're coming out of this situation where you've been stuck. Okay? All right, here we go. Tina, if you want to help me manage the questions, I would appreciate some help from somewhere. There it is, and it flipped over. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck because I'm only going to read this one card. This is how you're coming out, okay? What is already with you, okay? You see this? You remember how it said in the song, and coming through in waves, it kept slipping through your fingers? This relationship comes through in waves, and it's slipping through your fingers. But you're going to be shown how to get a grasp on it, okay? Because that's where you're meant to be, is with this other person. You're in a situation that's not healthy. And for some of you, they're even forcing you to marry somebody for money. No. No. Not in this lifetime. Maybe where you live, but not where I live. What is already with you? You hold in your hands that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around the house for are sitting on top of your head. What are you seeking? Perhaps by exploring far and wide is actually right. What are you seeking? Perhaps by exploring far and wide is actually sitting right under your nose. You may not like this idea. It is so much more wonderful to imagine there is something yet to find. Of course, there is unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet in this instance, it is important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. That doesn't mean it's the end of the story, although it does ask you to give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future. So maybe all that other stuff was you fantasizing. That woman may have been right. You might be fantasizing. Instead, because it looked too perfect. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is with you now. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. This is good news. This particular chapter has a happy ending in store. That ending will become real for you just as soon as you stop trying to skip forward to the next chapter. It's better to be completely present in the now. From here, the next phase will naturally happen without force on your part. So I think you do have another relationship that's at a distance from you, but you're trying to force that, and you got to stop trying to force it. It might not seem like you have much to start with. Remember, I told you you're having money problems. Perhaps you feel that all you have is a small, simple choice to make. Perhaps you have a song to begin, an email to send, a conversation to start, or a sketch to let loose. However small it is enough to get the ball rolling. Remember I said they only had a small amount? Whatever you have is enough. You just have to stop trying to skip to the end. Don't make the mistake of believing that what you need is behind you, lies within another, or is yet to appear. You have all that you need to take the next step in your life, and from that, all else will flow. And there is a sweetness to that. It is a small pleasure at first, but one from which greater pleasures can unfurl. The message is amplified if you have also drawn the oracle of every journey starts with a single step, or the oracle of what do you feel. If this is the case, really pay attention to what is being asked of you here. for your own benefit. This oracle also comes with a special guidance for you. You are more ready than you think you are. You are more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead, although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly become apparent. All that you need in this moment is just one sweet act of nourishment. That is enough to take you out. Remember that emperor wanted to help you. There's an older man that wants to help you. That is, or a divine masculine, I don't know which. That is enough to take you out of backwards nostalgia or regret and forwards into what is awaiting you now. Be brave, dig deep within, and enjoy the sweet surrender. Now, here's your guidance, the healing process for you. Hug yourself by wrapping your arms around your body. Can you summon love for yourself? Feel what comes up for you with this. Do you think it's silly and resist it? Can you soften and melt into it? Feel love for yourself. You are as deserving of love as anyone. Can you accept this love from yourself now? Feel your heartbeat in your chest and the flow of your breath. You are alive. You are connected to life, and you can trust in yourself, your own mind, your own body, your own breath. Just be with yourself and know that all is going to be okay. Reassure yourself that letting go of the past is a natural part of the passing of the seasons of life. When you are ready, stand up, open your arms wide, and hold them above your head for a moment. Imagine your heart and hands are opening and shifting out the beautiful light that is the beautiful light that is within you. Imagine the universe receiving it and saying yes to you. If you are feeling cheeky and ready, send a big yes back to the universe and laugh. That is all. That is enough. You are enough. So be it. So you don't know you're enough, and that's a big problem. Visions of life beyond death. So you feel like this is the end of the world. But sweetheart, you're at the beginning. You're not at the end. You are a sacred rebel. And Spirit has a big plan here. But it's going to start out really small. And it's going to start with you loving who you are. You don't love who you are. But you have to do that. That's the only way that things are going to get better for you. You got to be able to hug yourself and love yourself. How do they need to love themselves, Spirit? Show me what they need. There we go. Thank you so very much. Spirit says you just need to flaunt it. Love who you are. Just flaunt it and love who you are. I can't get any simpler than that. Hold the phone. Somebody's about to love themselves and start standing up for themselves. And when you do, people are going to stand up with you. Now is not the time to be modest. Now is the time. That Aries full moon, that fiery climax is going to be you. Now is not the time to be modest. Now is the time to strut your stuff and allow everyone. See, you've been hiding who you are. Let everyone see your full range of gorgeous, radiant soul feathers. Don't hold back. The peacock shares its radiance with the world, and we call it natural. So go ahead, unfold, you glorious creature of nature. Display all that you are, and while you're at it, sashay, do a little dance. Let us be proud of all the dazzle you are and everything you have become in this moment. So you just need to stop tiptoeing around these suckers and start being you. And they can accept you or not. But trust me, if they can't accept you, they will let go of you. And they'll help you find a way out from away from them. So be yourself. Take a chance on you. Okay, and then just love who you are, page 1. This is so simple for you. This is very simple. Fall in love with you. Spend quality time with your most intimate self. Ask your heart what makes it happy, free, radiant, alive, and honor what you hear. Ask your mind what brings it burdens, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, and respect what it tells you. Act in service to your deepest truth. Don't fall in love with your potential. Fall in love with all of you. Deepen the fierce hot flames of your reality. This is where you get shine, daring to love all that has made you who you are today, owning it, claiming it, creating what you have become right here, right now. So, whatever you've been through, it's made you this beautiful, radiant, soul feathered creature. And you're not too much. These people can kiss your ass. Be yourself. And if they can't handle you, trust me, they'll help you get away. The people you're with are the ones that you're going to get the help from. And you don't see that. You think they're your enemy, but they're really not. That man wants to help you bad. It could be your grandfather. I don't know who it is. Good morning, Kailash. Hello. I'm getting ready to take a break. If you want to get me a list together, I've been doing this all by myself. I got $6. I'll be right back. And I made a new friend, and they're going to text me when the show's over. I'll be right back, y'all. I got questions and answer all day long. I'm free all day long. Whatever y'all want me to answer, just let me know. Alright, here I come. I had to have something to eat, y'all. I was starving. Alright, I want to say something. And I want y'all to hear my heart, okay? I don't ask for money. I'm not that kind of person. But I'm going to tell you something. Right now, if I were watching your channel and you were about to lose your home, I would send you some money. I would try to help you because you're here helping me. So I'm not asking you to do anything you're not able to do. But if you're watching me right now and you have the ability to help me, or if you would do it if you could, show me some love. Because right now I need all the love I can get. Yeah. He needs a home too. We're going to keep our home. We're going to keep it. But if you're able, help. If you're not, show some love. If you would, if you could, show some love. Okay? Put the love. Show me some love. I'm up here every day showing you love. And I'm not asking you for anything. But if it's on your heart to do it, do it. Because right now I can use the help. Alright, you got anybody that has any questions, Kailash? Somebody needs to show me some love right now. If not, why are you watching? Spirit, talk to me. How do these people watching feel about me? Like I'm shattered and I'm seeing through illusions? How do these people watching feel? Like they want to make a confession about seeing through illusions. What are they thinking about me? Like I'm going through hell right now and I'm seeing through illusions. Seeing the truth about my situation. How do people watching feel about me? Oh my God. Infatuated. Some of you are infatuated. What else? It's saying you adore me. Like you would never leave me. That's beautiful. What else? Some of you are being tricky. Why are they being tricky and dishonest? Because of chasing and not longing. So some of you are pretending like you want me, but you don't. Some of you are coming out of third parties. What else? Some of you are sidetracked and there's illusions in your lives and upheaval. So I think you're here for different reasons. Thank you for finally showing me some love. That's all I was asking. Tina, are you still here, baby? I'm here for Q&A. It doesn't cost anything. If you want to donate to the channel. You can send it straight through YouTube or you can contact me on my phone number. Thank you for showing me the smiley faces. What was your question? Ask Kailash if you're able. Yeah. Okay. All I saw was that you could hear my bird. I'm sorry. Tina's coming back later. She'll be back. Repost your question, baby. Samantha, what's your question? Does anybody have a question? Might be new people here. What do we need, Spirit says? Some people, y'all are still here, so I'm going to give you a reading. You must be different people than I had in the beginning. So let's see what's going on with you all. Spirit said use this deck for you all. Show me how you're working in the rest of the collective that's left. How are you working? I'm doing a whole nother reading now. How are you working? Temperance, Sagittarius is here in reverse. Alright, what's the energy to overcome? Because that feels like the energy. It's like you're tired of waiting. You're tired of having to wait for something. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. You need to know who you are. You're a high priest. You could have a water element, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could have a beard and a mustache, dark hair. You could look like this. There's a Sagittarius involved. You've lost your patience. You're tired of waiting. You're very impatient, but you're very gifted. What's going to pull you together? It feels like you're just sick of waiting for something. You need guidance bad. You're going to see the truth. Samantha, I got you, baby. I got you. You're going to see the truth because you're going to go into hermit mode. You're powerful. Oh my God, whoever you are. You're manifesting. Oh my God, look at there. Hangman is here and the Lover's in reverse. You're going to see something different when you don't have a choice. And then on the bottom of your deck is the moon. You're fixing to go through a dark night of the soul, baby. And you are a powerful person. You're about to manifest where there's no way. You are a powerful, powerful person. All right. Your question was asking what cars drop for you. You're a mother. You're going through a horrifying situation since last April. Help me definitely. Leo, July, and my sooner be ex marriage. My question was just asking what cards drop. Okay, so you just want to see what comes out to give you some clarity. You're a mother going through a horrifying situation. Spirit, this woman needs something. We're going to give you something, baby. Hold on. Where are my cards? Ah. Here's your message, Samantha. I felt you. I felt you. You're cool. I'm getting ready to give you something real special, okay? I want you to listen closely because you need more than just cards coming out. You need to hear from heaven, okay? And I'm going to try to get that for you. Can you speak to Samantha, Spirit? Whoa. I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to take this one. Sacred Phoenix Heart, number 21. Listen closely because this is the guidance and the way forward for you, okay? Sacred Phoenix Heart. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There's no way out. I've been talking to you this whole time. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times, Rumi. Okay? How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it is filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again it eats love until it is so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts incapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expansive of blessings, unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup, so it does not. It burns forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding frenzy in love's great banquet. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you're scratching your head quizzically or are in deepest despair because you appear to have met a dead end and frowning no, or a dismissive laugh upon your quest to bring love alive. So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts of heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal of new life. And so it is wise, you see, but you must be brave to be buried in love. By love for love will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place it in context. It is the shorter pain that is not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly. Remember, it comes in waves. When you realize that love is simply playfully smacking your wrist and saying, not that way, beloved, there are greater pitfalls on that path. Come take this one where there shall be wine and dancing. Spirit's trying to send you in a new direction. I think you're the one I was reading for in the beginning, where you're in this family you don't belong in. It's time to be yourself, and somebody will help you get out. There's a man that wants to help you out of this situation. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more. The answers are now given, or soon will be, and life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. Life does not need to be grasped for. It is bestowed according to grace and destiny. It need not be sought so much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even whilst you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call. And see, that's why you couldn't hear me when I first started the video and I had to start all over again because you couldn't hear me. You couldn't hear spirit. You have to listen for the call. Does life need to be grasped for, or is it bestowed according to grace and destiny? It need not be sought as much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even whilst you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call, makes your heart leap. It is through hearing the beloved's voice and stirring an ancient memory of love so powerful it moves you, even without you necessarily understanding how and why. The beloved is about to make things happen for you. And you don't need to do anything, sweetheart, but be yourself. Just be yourself. Love yourself. That's all you need to do. Spirit's got the rest. Just love yourself and be yourself. So let life come to you. Be prepared to let the old version of your life pass away into the new life being born. What does this mean? It means letting go of your striving, your opinions, your doubts, your despair, and your fears. Life wants to happen through you, blazing angel. You don't have to do much other than get out of your own way. Love is your nature. Let it flourish, and life shall unfold accordingly. This oracle brings you a particular message regarding divine timing, an oh so significant factor in our dreams coming to life. Your time is fast approaching. It may even be now. It may seem least likely to you. There may be a great darkness or confusion, and yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest darkness of night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next step shall be upon hallowed ground, revered golden by the rays of the rising sun. You're fixing to be happier than you've ever been in your life, and you're going to have to walk through this dark place to get to it. But you need to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I want you to do this because I want you to understand something. In the past, this is something I usually just use for myself. And in doing these rituals, you might feel like nothing happens. But over the next few weeks, you're going to see shit happen. Major. So listen to what I'm telling you, okay? I mean this. We're going to ask your questions, Samantha. Hold on. Listen to your guidance first. And we see you, Tina. Place your hands on your heart. Put your hands on your heart, Samantha. And say this. This sacred phoenix heart is blessed. Through every loss, every grief, and sadness, every morning, this heart grows strong, ready to ignite into new life, into the dance that is not the funeral procession, but the rite of spring. This heart is ready to leap with new life, to be infused with joy of the innocence and the passion of deepest devotion. How I trust my heart to lead me, guide me by the inner voice of love through all that could possibly be. I am safe. This heart knows the way, and I follow it with faithfulness into the light of a new day through grace, through sacred grace. So be it. So you're going to follow your heart. Your heart is going to lead you through all of this confusion. Right now, you're very confused. And in my experience, when you're confused, the best thing to do is stay still. Whatever's going on in your life, just push the pause button and be still, baby. Because the universe is about to take control from you. But you have to be willing to let it go. And you have to be willing to let a lot of things fall away. Right now, you're going through an upheaval, a shaking, that tower moment that we had yesterday in yesterday's reading. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I see you, MS Divine Believer. Kailash will be back in a moment. Hello, Spencer. All right, Samantha, you're asking if your marriage is done. Okay, first we're going to ask if your marriage is done. And I appreciate this, that you've put it all in one question. That's the way I want you to do it from now on, because I don't answer more than one. But I'm going to do this for you. Okay? Don't post your question until we tell you to. Hold off on posting questions until I'm finished with her reading. And I will give you the same careful attention that I have given her. Okay? All right. I can only do one at a time. But we see you. We see you. All right. So the marriage. Is the marriage done? Romance and opportunity. Is this marriage over, Spirit? Is this marriage over? I would say probably so, since you already have somebody new. A year from now, don't be assertive. There will be no helpful people. So it looks like within the next year, your marriage is going to end. Will this person that she's got, this new person, will they be a good fit? The romance came out, an opportunity. No need to worry. So it looks like whoever you have that you've found since your marriage is ending. Why is my high priest spinning around? It looks like that might be a good fit for you, but you have to end your first relationship because it looks like it's over. Show me how this new person letting go so you have no more upheaval. Your marriage has been very troublesome. The new person, how do they feel about Samantha? Like they want to have a new beginning and no longer see you go through all of this struggle. All right, how does the new person feel about Samantha? Samantha, they would say, I see that you're going through a lot of shit. You're by yourself, you feel alone, and you feel trapped. That's what they would say to you. Somebody's sidetracked, they want a new beginning, and it's time. All right. So, what is this person planning on doing to make this happen? What is this new person planning on doing to make this happen? Right now, they're just seeing, they're going through the same thing you are. This new person, it looks like it's going through the exact same thing you are. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit the microphone. All right. So what are they going to do? Right now, they're just looking at you and realizing, hey, I'm going through the same thing you are. We're both trapped. You're both, it's fate that you have a divine detour. Do you see the lightning? This is your tower moment. This is when destiny and fate step into your life. And they're realizing that you're meant to be together. What's going to happen next? You're mirroring. The two of you are mirroring, and it looks like you don't have enough stability. Okay, you're lacking the financial means to move forward with this relationship. But this relationship looks like it's healthy. Show me this new relationship. What does it look like underneath? What is this new relationship bringing? That's a lot. Money problems, mutual effort, shared mirroring keeps coming out, common interest, and settling. Both of you are mirroring each other because you have no common interest with the people you're settling for. But you have money problems. So the universe is going to have to step in somehow on your behalf with your money problems. The two of you, the first reading I did was for you. This person is a good fit for you. But what they're saying and what they said to you in the original reading is right now you can't get to this person. So you have to settle for where you are and be yourself and wait. It's a timing factor, but you will get out of this. You will get out of this. The universe is working on this. All right, when might this person get the money they need to get out of this? On a cloudy day in December, not within 5 years, not in the winter, not in the summer. So it's December though, that's the winter. So there's a sense that you can do something to change this in how you handle things over the next year or so. Because it said your marriage was ending in the next year. Can you show me when they'll be together? What does the universe see as the fate of this coming together? In the afternoon in December on a cloudy day, it keeps saying, but not in the winter, within a week. It's like you guys want to jump ahead. It's like you're trying to jump ahead too fast. And it's not really, it's saying within the next, it might not even be within 5 years. Because it's like you're trying to skip divorcing your husband and go right into this next relationship. Maybe you're not really married. Maybe you're just living together. I'm looking for my cards. When are they going to be together? Show me the truth. When will they be together? You need to stop trying to skip ahead. June, 6 months, and later than you think. What's it right now? March, April. May, June, July. So May, June. So it's supposed to be 6 months, but see, you're trying to skip ahead. If they stop trying to skip ahead, when will they be together? You need to stop trying to make this happen. You need to wait. Spirit said you're wasting your time. January. Then you need to get busy doing something. Not in the morning. Oh, wait. Card maybe in the wrong deck. Yep. You need healing. There needs to be an apology. There's no commitment. That's the problem. You need to heal the other relationships. You need healing from that. You need an apology or to apologize for not being able to keep your commitment to the husband. You haven't gotten the healing you need for that. And until you do, you're wasting your time. You need to stop trying. Oh, here's another card. It's worth waiting for. It is worth waiting for. But what it's saying is that you need to start working on healing this old relationship if you want to move forward. Work on your healing, okay? And I can't take up much more time because I have other people that are waiting. You really need to get a paid private reading. And I'm going to have to start insisting on that because I can't take an hour with one person. And I would love to be able to do that. But it's just not, people could get private readings with me and you can get affordable readings with me. I'm not going to charge you a fortune for a reading. Okay, you can pay based on what you're able to pay. Because I see right now that you have money problems. So what you really need is just a little bit of my time. And I'm willing to do that for you. For any of you. Let me say that I'll do that for any of you. I can't give these long, elaborate answers, though. These are private readings that need to be... If you can pay, you need to pay. Because I don't have a job right now. And if you can't, then you just need to say you can't, and I'll do it for you for free. Just be honest with me always, okay? All right. So I'm going to just tell you once again, stop trying to skip ahead. You're trying to skip ahead to be with this new man. But the universe is not going to let you do that because you need to close out this old chapter in your life. You need to get healing from it. You need to go slow because I think you had children involved. And you don't need to get these children's hearts broken trying to get with another man. Because you're either going to end up having to lose your children. And you don't want to lose your children. You need a private reading. Reach out to me and we'll get that done. But you have a complicated situation. And I can't read about it any further. That's as much as I can give you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. All right, Tina, Ryan's family is asking you to not ignore him as he is just low in career. So that's why he was wrong emotionally, but he's ignored me when I've sent messages. I'm going to read your comment, Amal, okay? Give me a second. I don't know where Kailash went. He must have got busy. All right. Nobody's here but you, Tina. Everybody left while I was helping Samantha. Samantha, you need a private reading. Okay, so I got you, Amal. I'm going to answer you too. Give me just a second, okay? Let me do Tina first. Tina's been here for a couple hours. Okay, Priya, I got you. I got all of y'all. Just hold your questions. Kailash must have got busy. Just hold on. Let me do one at a time. I'm going to go in order as they are, okay? So, Tina, of course you're special. That I don't even need to pull a card to tell you that you're special. Ask Spirit if he wants me. Does Ryan want you? That's the question, I think. Does Ryan still want you? His family wants you to stick it out with him. Because right now he's low because he has no... And that's what I've been reading for a lot of you guys. The money is a factor, and it's a factor for me right now. That's why you're drawn here. Because we're getting ready to come out of a cycle that we've been going through for a long time that's affected our money. We've been struggling. We've had ups and downs, ups and downs. But that's not stability. That's struggle. The universe is sick of that. So it's rearranging things. It feels like stuff is falling apart, but it's falling into place. Let it happen. And what falls away with is what's keeping you stuck in instability. Okay, enough about that. I want to ask flat out, does Ryan still want Tina? Tina, yes, you're special. You want to know if you're special to Ryan. Does Ryan still want Tina because she's special? May I get a yes or no, please? Or something that makes sense? Does Ryan still want Tina because she's special? Look, perfect timing. And that's what the reading was just talking about to Samantha. That reading to Samantha was for a lot of you. You are not remaining positive, but it's about timing. Damn it. What is the timing here? What is she waiting for? Why does she have to wait, and when? So sick of divine. Oh, wait, there's another card in the wrong deck. We're all sick of waiting. We're all sick of timing. Well, let's just see if it comes out, because it's hiding. When is this coming together? Not at night and not at the next full moon came out. At night and the next full moon could be in the morning on the bottom of the deck. Why not? When is it coming together? I don't want to hear when it's not. It's worth waiting for. All right, well, when will it come together? This year. So there's your answer. Sometime this year. That's about as close as I can get for you. It's going to take a while. So it could be months. But it's because he's struggling financially. Spirit, what is going to finally break free for him to bring him out from this financial struggle? He's going to juggle. All right. And what else? There's something that he can't talk about. He's juggling, and there's something he can't talk about. What's going to be the outcome, though? He's going to be on the right path when it comes to science. And no more setbacks. So there's your answer, Tina. Sometime in the next year, this is going to improve. The universe is asking you to be patient for this to change. Financial stuff doesn't change often. Sometimes it does if you get a windfall. But it often doesn't change overnight. If he's struggling with money, my best advice to you is for you to get a job and help him. And if you haven't, why haven't you? Is there something Tina can do to help with money? Tina, there's you could do something in business, but not in an office. Show me where. Spirit says workaholic. Somebody's a workaholic, Tina. They don't get any recognition. It sounds like to me that Spirit's talking about Ryan. Are you a workaholic? Do you work from home? What do you do? He's a workaholic. And I understand that because when I work, I can sometimes have 28 text messages. And unless it's business related, I don't answer it. See, you need to get a job and help, I feel. Your culture might be different than mine. But if he's struggling with money, the best thing to do is to help him and the two of you be, like it said, sharing purpose. But it looked like you were talking to somebody that lived far away from you, and you and that person were making plans to be together. Unless that was somebody else. So he's the one with so much pride. It looks like if you're patient, it'll work out. Let me ask another question. Should Tina move on? Don't compromise. You believe in him. Should she find another love? You won't find another love, but yes. You could have success, but you got to find somebody new if you want to do that. Or you can wait for him. It's your choice. It's your choice. Would she be happier with someone new? Yes, you would. I think it's time for you to move on. Because there's no positivity here whatsoever. And if he's just ignoring you because he's too busy with work, then he's not really ready for a relationship. And if you have needs that need to be met and they're not being met by him, I don't feel that you need to wait for him. The universe is giving you permission to move on. And that's why your timing was coming out all weird. There's another card in that deck I never got out. Hold on. Let's look at what might happen. When will she be with somebody and be happy if she moves on? Can I see that? If she'll go ahead and move on, when will she be with somebody and be happy? I can't make this up. May. Divine timing in May came out for you. I'm going to leave it at that, Tina. But I think it's time for you to move on. Or you can be patient. You have complete free will. And it looks like you're not going to give up on him. Okay, Kailash, who's next, sweetheart? And this lady, Amal, she can be added to the list. But I'm not letting anybody jump ahead because some of these people have been waiting a very long time. And I've started another reading, but I can finish it later. Get me some questions together, okay? You're welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. While Kailash gets me some questions together, okay, the people that are watching now, you've lost your patience. You're very gifted, and it's masculine energy. You might just be in your masculine energy, spiritually gifted. But this is the energy to overcome. Why is the energy to overcome? And when this shows up as the energy to overcome, this can be somebody who is very self-righteous, or they don't understand the gifts they have. There's something going on with your spirituality. Or you could be hiding a secret. This can also represent a secret. But what's going to pull it together is seeing the truth by the hermit. You're becoming wise. You're learning your lessons. You're going to manifest, see this differently, and realize that you have no choice. And then there's moon energy that you have to go through. And see, this is why you're going through the moon energy. Samantha's already been done. Who's after Samantha? I've done Samantha. I've done Tina. Who's next? Is Amal next? Because I also have, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? There we go. I don't know what happened. I'm good on. Well, we also have Priya. Priya's here. Priya, baby, are you still here? Amal, you've been here for a while. Go ahead and post your question. And then Priya, if you're here. And then Miss Divine, whoever. Will Farid send you a message today? Sorry we had to keep you waiting so long, but Samantha's message was a message to all of us. She needed a private reading, and from now on I'm going to insist that if you have that many questions, you're private reading. Okay? Okay. All right. Thank you, Priya. I love you, sweetheart. All right. Will Farid send a message today? No. But there's no need to worry. You and him will work this out. Believe in it. He's not going to send a message today, but you will work this out. You guys need to work something out. Thank you, Priya, baby. I love you so much. You're fine, Kailash. I want to find out for you when you might hear from him, because it's not going to be today. When might she hear from him? Spirit, can I see? There's a card in the wrong deck in here. Oh my God. All right. Okay. There's a lot going on here. There's more than one thing going on that you need to know about timing. Something is not going to happen in this lifetime. Something's going to happen in March. And something's going to happen faster than you think. There's different things going on here. And something is going to happen tomorrow. And I think you know exactly what's what here. You don't know? Because my cards don't lie. You're asking me about more than one thing. Something's not going to happen in this lifetime. But it says here underneath, no, he's not going to call today, but there's no need to worry when it comes to recovery. What does that mean? If it were me, I would say that means that he's not going to call today, but there's no need to worry about recovery. Maybe it's saying, quit worrying about this guy. It's not going to happen in this lifetime. But something's going to happen in March, or something is significant about the month of March. It might be a birthday or an anniversary. And something is going to happen faster than you think. Tomorrow, maybe. So let's ask them a different question. Because I feel that this could be interpreted, you have to know. You have to know what I'm talking about. Is it saying no because there's no reason to try to work this out? You know your situation. And then it says not in this lifetime, but March. And something's going to happen faster than you think. Is there somebody new? It's Spirit said it's about perfect timing. So you know what I'm saying here. A year from now. That would be March. That would be March. But something is not going to happen in this lifetime. There's something in your life that you wonder if it's ever going to happen. And it's not going to happen in this lifetime. I don't feel this is the same situation, though. I feel that Spirit's talking to you about different things here. I think this relationship is going to take about a year, March of next year. But there's something else that's going to happen faster than you think. And when I asked, was there somebody new, it said perfect timing. Now, I'm going to ask the new. You don't want to hear this. I'm so tired of that. It could be tomorrow because it's going to happen faster than you think. All right, the new person. When? When you let go of this other person, it would happen in a few months. Okay, so that again, we're back to the same situation with you that we were at with Tina. Do you want to wait for this person, or do you want somebody new? Because if you want somebody new, you have to let go of this old person. Maybe it's saying, no, he's not going to call. You need to quit worrying about trying to fix this. It's not going to happen in this lifetime, but something will happen faster than you think. And you might hear from this person a year from now. But I don't think you should wait for them. But that's just me. I can't tell you what to do. It's your life, and God forbid I tell you wrong. Use your own intuition. All right, that's as much as I can do for you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here, Tina. All right, Kailash, who's next? I see we have a lot of people wanting me to answer questions, and I will ask you again. If you would like to leave a donation for the channel, you can do a super chat or a super thanks. I don't know how to do that. Thank you, Tina. We love having you, sweetheart. I'm not sure how to do it. Kailash, if you know how, do it. But if you're able, I could use the help right now. And I never ask for anything. But right now, I could definitely use it. I'm trying to close this. Oh, that's so sweet, Kailash. You know what he's saying. Work it out, work it out, work it out. All right, who's next, Kailash, before you and her start getting into y'all's little love chat? Who's next? Somebody tell me. Tina, you can either have Kailash or you can wait for this guy that won't give you any attention, and Kailash will give you plenty. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. If you and him are the same age or you're interested in him, he would be a good catch. Kailash can work and give you attention. There you go. That's right. Does anybody else have a question? If not, I'm going to finish the reading I'm working on. I feel like I need to find out a little something about this situation from the Energy Oracle cards. What happened here? Or what do we... Okay, we're moving to a different style. What's going on at home here? What's going on at home here, Spirit, when it comes to this general reading? You're grieving your losses at home. Whoever you are, you're grieving losses. Okay? All right, what about work? You had a loss. You could have had a death. Do you remember not long ago I had a reading And in that reading, it was predicting that someone was going to die from an addiction in the next 6 months. Well, I got a text message Friday from an employee I was onboarding, I was hiring them. And she texted me and said, I won't be able to take this job. My mother has been killed by a drunk driver, and I'm having to leave the state. All right, what's going on at work? This is the problem with this collective, is the work. I felt like I saw something in the wrong deck. What's going on at work? Work is the problem for us. We are struggling. We're retreating right now. We're taking a break from work to address our addictions. Isn't that something, collective? We're not working because we're having to address our addictions. Some of us aren't able to work because we can't keep our shit together. What are our surprises? Do what you love. You're going to finally do what you love. All right? And love life. Woo! You don't know what to do about your love life. You can't even imagine. Oh, you're going to tune out distractions. Okay. So things have been distracting you from love. You're going to tune that out. Because right now you don't know how to get a foundation. You can't come up with solutions. You really want to be with this person, but you don't have the money. It keeps coming down to that. That's frustrating. And the high priest is spinning around like he doesn't know whether he's going to use his intuition or not. All right, what about our role here? This collective needs money desperately. And the Spirit's going to come through for us. Watch what I tell you. All right, your role is to embrace your power. You need to stand in your power, whoever I'm talking to. You know who you are. Don't change tracks. You're oh, God. This is what's problem. This is the problem with you embracing your power. You need to do something different. You need to change tracks. You're on the wrong track. And this will strengthen your gifts. But you won't do that. You're insisting on staying where you are. And there's nothing where you are. It's dry. It's a desert. You're stuck in a dry desert. And what's going to be the outcome, though? Because that's what really matters. You're going to be open to love, and you're not going to forgive and forget and have a wake-up call. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're in denial. Remember we saw denial a while ago? And then on the bottom of the deck, you're going to do all things in moderation. You're having a wake-up call about your addiction. Somebody's addiction. You're having to address somebody's addiction. It could be work for some. It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be sex. It could be pornography. It could be food. It could be a person. Some of us have addiction to bad relationships, abusive relationships. But you're going to be open to love. Because you don't want to let go and have this wake-up call, but you're going to have it anyway. Somebody's going to love you regardless of how much you're struggling with your addiction, or whoever in your life that is that's struggling with their addiction. Spirit, what is going on with the money? Why are we so fucking stuck in this collective? Why are we so fucking stuck? Why are we fucking stuck in our money? What the fuck do we need to do different? We're going to get rewards, and we're not seeing the signs that are being illuminated to us. We have some rewards coming. We just don't see it at home. You're going to get rewarded at home. All right, what about at work? What are we doing wrong at work? What are we doing right at work? What are we doing at fucking work? Why aren't we at work? Because we need to make an investment. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. So it looks like to me, what's being said here is you're about to have an opportunity to invest in yourself in some way. Look for things that invest in yourself. All right, what are our surprises? We need a good surprise, Spirit. Oh, I'm going to take them. No offerings, no opportunities, and ups and downs. So nobody's offering to help. You have no opportunity right now. And you're just going through ups and downs. This is not the journey you're meant to be on, though. What's your love life? How is money affecting? Are you codependent? Are you giving your money away? What the fuck are you doing? Something brilliant is being unlocked in your love life. So I think, okay, let me say this. Life was much easier when I had a husband. Because when we combined our incomes, we did well. We were able to do anything together. We always had something to fall back on. And I think that life is forcing a lot of us to partner up to make ends meet. Whether it be a romantic person, a roommate, an opportunity of some sort for someone like my friend has a son who has autism and some other problems, traumatic brain injury. And here, the state will pay for me to take care of his son, and I'm well qualified. So he is supposed to be calling them today to see if his son can come and live with me, because his son is an adult now and wants to be living out on his own. So this would be an essential roommate situation for him, where he would be able to rent a room, but at the same time have support from me to live an independent life. And they would pay me very well. And it's saying that I don't see it coming, but I'm going to be rewarded at home. So it's very possible that this young man could end up living with me. And that would be, it would pay better than my other job. And I could enjoy that. I could have purpose in my life. And there might be something, I'm giving you an example of my life and how this could apply to me. How does it apply to you? Because this is your life Spirit's talking about. Is there an investment you could make in yourself? Could you rent a room out in your house? Or a couch to help somebody else and they would be helping you? You know, what kind of ways can you creatively come up with to make money? All right. Now, what's your role here? Because this is part of the problem. The future. You're not looking to the future for some reason. What are you going to do next in the outcome? What's the outcome going to be? You're not doing anything to plan for your future. You need to start thinking about the future more and what you're going to want to do down the road, because you need to have. It's not unfolding. Your wealth is not unfolding. But it's because you need to be open to love and forgive and forget when it comes to a wake-up call. Somebody did something that caused a wake-up call. You don't have many choices either. You're somebody who's limited in what you can and cannot do. All right, I'm going to take these up. If you have more people, let me know, Kailash. Be happy to answer more. I'm done 2 readings today. This is the second one I'm working on now. And this one's different than the first one. So I have different people watching, or perhaps some of the same with different situations that we're addressing in your life. This one is not so much focused on love, but it's saying that you should be. All right, so what's going on at home? What's going on at home? Ooh. Look, bickering and jealousy and control. You told somebody, you're not going to control me with that jealous bullshit. All right, what's going on at work? I don't blame you. Jealousy is not attractive on anybody. And if you're insecure, you'll be jealous. Oh my God, there's a lot going on at work. You're weathering a storm. You were mismatched. You were in the wrong job. You're weathering a storm. Your best friend is not there for you. And you have domestic bliss. There's beauty in the ordinary when it's with the right person. So there's somebody at work that you love. That job you used to be on, you're not on that job anymore, but somebody was in love with you on that job. All right. Surprises. Woo! A lot of surprises. I'm only going to take the ones that are turned over. You have a vision of the future. Okay, remember when I said you didn't see the future? You're going to surprisingly get this vision of your future and realize that you're not a spiritual match for somebody. That they are just not your type spiritually. Alright? This person's not spiritual and you're very spiritual. Or they're very spiritual and you're not. Somebody needs to stop being so jealous and controlling because it's causing fighting at home. There's somebody at work that's domestic bliss. There's somebody whose best friend is not there for them right now, even though they're going through a lot of shit. And they were mismatched in their job anyway, so they quit or they got fired, and they're having to address maybe some addictions from somebody else or address their own addictions. They're going to realize that their future vision was not. Okay, whoa, I just saw it differently. You're going to realize that your vision for the future was not a spiritual match. The job you were in was not a spiritual match. Do you understand what I'm saying? The job I was in, I fucking hated it. I looked around at the people I was working with and I was like, who the fuck are you people? You're so miserable. You hate this place. Why would I like it here? I hated it. I was so relieved. Alright, so what would be a good match if we were to do something to make a living? What would be a good match? Settling something that's not long distance. Settling something that's at a distance. You got to get closer to somebody. That would be a good match. They're way far away from you right now. And that's the surprise. That there's somebody at a distance that would be a good match. Alright, love life. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about love, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Okay, you're mirroring. I keep seeing this mirroring. You're mirroring somebody, but you're not putting in the same effort that they are. Or they won't let you. And it's because of money problems. Tina. Alright, what's our role here? We're going to finally decide to have mutual growth. That it's going to be essential in today's world that we both have a job. Or that we at least both work on our own healing, whatever that means to you. It says you inspire each other to become the highest version of yourselves, and your love is the container for that evolution. So your role is to have mutual growth with somebody. I'm going to find out who. All right, what's the outcome? I think you already know who. That your biological clock is ticking. You want to have a baby. Somebody wants to have a baby. And the sex in your relationship is bad. I feel for some of you, there's no sex. Like this person will not give you any. They just lay there beside you asleep. Or you might even sleep in separate rooms. There's no sex or bad sex. There's nothing worse than bad sex. If I had sex right now after waiting 15 years, I promise you, there would be nothing bad about it. So if you're having bad sex and you're of sex childbearing years or whatever, you need to get a book or something and read it. Explore your sexuality or do something. Somebody's biological clock is ticking. All right. I don't know. We're doing something a little different right here. This person is very spiritual, but they seem like they can't get over themselves. It's like the energy to overcome is that you're just very spiritual. Maybe that's why you don't fit in anywhere in this world, because you're very spiritual. Because I felt very much like a fish out of water when I tried to go back to work at that job. It's like every job I go to, it gets harder and harder. Which when I was working from home, I loved it because I wasn't around people. But I got hurt and got sick, and I couldn't help that. And that may be what happened to you also. You may have had the same thing happen. How are you working at home in our spirituality? Whoa. That timing factor is driving you crazy. The timing being a factor is driving you freaking nuts. I feel you, baby. I feel you. All right, what about at work? What are you doing at work for us, Spirit? Use your intuition. Spirit is saying that you already know. All right, surprise. You're a high priest. How could you not know? Surprise! Your loved ones in spirit want you to know we got your back. So people who have crossed over are, and I'm going to tell you right now, my husband came through a whole nother person and asked them months ago not to let me lose everything we had worked our whole lives for twice. And that person did nothing. And that's when I quit talking to them. And that's why I quit talking to them. And because they were very disrespectful to me about something that happened a long time ago that don't even fucking matter anymore. But they were wrong on top of that. And I don't put up with that kind of shit. And I never will. Alright, love life. They owe me an apology, and until I get it, I'm going to keep things very low key. Alright. Your love life, you're not grounded at all. What else is going on in your love life? That's where your abundance is gonna come from. And you know it too. You know it. This person could have brown hair, very, very sexy. They might wear tank tops a lot, jeans. For some of you, they could wear a belt. Alright, what's our role here? The relationship that you end up in is what's going to bring. Look, coins came out for our role. We're going to make money, y'all. Spirit's going to help us make money somehow. I don't know how it's going to happen for all of us. Y'all would have to figure that out. But if you're working on making money, you're going to make money. That's going to be your role. You got to make money, okay? And what's the outcome? Or you have to be responsible with it. It could be coins also. You might be just finding coins. You might already have a really good job. Some of you. Your tree, your family tree is going to be your outcome. The tree of life. Your family. And you're going to be Phoenix rising from the ashes. Tracy, if it's all right with Kailash, I'll answer your question in just a moment, sweetheart. All right, so we see what's going on with this. Let's look at the tarot real quick and see what Spirit is saying, because you have some powerful energy around you. And I'm really curious. I think this darkness is what's going to finally lead you to the right place. I think you're in the wrong place, and you can't get out of it because of divine timing being a factor somehow. I'm gonna use this deck. Why is Temperance here? May I see, please? Fill in the blank and the Two of Wands. Yeah, Two of Wands. So you're at a crossroads, trying to figure out which way to go. You're recovering from some significant losses, and you have no choice but to go a certain way. It's like the universe has said, this is the way you must go. Yeah, you're not gonna fight. You're gonna stop fighting. You've been fighting this. You've been fighting this forever. You're sick of it. Why is Temperance here? Because of the High Priestess in reverse. So when it comes to you being patient, you can't use your intuition. You don't have your intuition is silent. What's underneath the silence? A Queen of Swords healing from her losses. Bless her heart. This could be a Gemini, for sure, for sure, for sure. It could be a Libra with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and a Sagittarius. There's a woman here who's thinking strategically and healing from her losses, but right now she doesn't know what to do. It's like her intuition has gone silent. And sometimes when we're in extreme grief, and it said somebody was coming out of grief, that's how it is. But what's going to happen for her? Whew. Destruction. Why is the High Priest here? I don't look good. Because he's overthinking. The reason why he's the energy to overcome is because he overthinks. What's the truth behind his overthinking? That he's about to move forward. He just doesn't know that. Both of you are struggling with your intuition. He needs to stop overthinking. His thoughts are going way too crazy, and you can't see anything. It's like you're blind. Yours is being intentionally blocked for your own good because of all the bad you're going through. Who wants to see bad shit coming before it happens? So the universe will block your intuition sometimes. All right, why is judgment here? Whoever you are, you're going through hell because of not having any work and wanting to be independent. So you're seeing that you need to work to be independent. And you're going to stop fighting this. Why is the Hermit here? This is, oh my God. You're a Virgo. Oh my God. Look, you're going to bring, there is a man, a Virgo, that's not only going to bring justice, he's going to balance you out so you will no longer be impatient, losing everything. This is the man that brings the money. There's a man coming into the picture here, or you might be this man, that's going to be very, very successful. Very business-minded, very good with money. That's why your love life is where your money's coming from. Because you're going to meet somebody who's very successful. And this is going to bring justice to your life. This man may not have a lot of money, but when you combine yours and his income, you're going to have everything you need. And you're manifesting this person to see this from the right perspective, that they don't have any choice and neither do you. Show me that. Boom. Boom, y'all. I can't make this up. Y'all need to partner up. Whether it be for friends, business, love, it's time for the two of you to get together. Look, and there's not going to be any hope until you do. You're in a situation that's very hopeless, collective. You need this person to partner up with you. And they're on the way. The universe is bringing them. Why is the moon on the bottom of the deck? This could be an actual, because you're so worried, you're up at night, you can't sleep. What are you worried about? I think you're worried about this person. You're worried about wish fulfillment. You want to help somebody so bad. You are up at night worrying about this person you want to help. They're going through hell and you want to bring their wish fulfillment. Somebody is wanting to bring your wish fulfillment. What is stopping them from coming? They are coming. They're just moving slow. They're coming up with a strategy of how to get to you. And they would do anything to get to you. Yeah, they're coming. 4 of Wands. They're on the way. There is a person that's going to come into your life. You may already know this person. They might be a friend of yours. That's going to come into your life and bring stability and a happy celebration of family, being grateful for each other. because the two of you are going to partner up in some way. And this moon, what it represents is you going through a dark night of the soul. But somebody wants to give you wish fulfillment, or maybe you just wish that you didn't have all this burden on you. But the outcome is that there is somebody on the way, but they're just having to take their time and come up with a strategy, because the way that they have to do it is hard. And it's moving towards a lot of happiness for the two of you. Let me see how this person feels about you, because it could be just a friend of yours. Let's find out what the vibe is between the two of you. What's the vibe between you and this person? That Two of Cups I'm seeing on my table. What's the vibe between the two of you? Show me the chemistry or whatever. Antisocial came out. You guys are recharging for a love affair. Both of you have kind of gone into that hermit mode. You're both in hermit mode right now. And you're getting charged up for a love affair. You're keeping this a secret from people. But you're about to get charged up. You're going to cut ties with somebody else, or already have. It's coming. That's the energy between the two of y'all. You're not telling anybody, but the two of y'all are getting ready to have, this is like a dirty little secret, a love affair. And you're letting go. You're clearing your mind in this hermit mode. And you're realizing, this is what I need. And this is going to bring joy back into my life when I do it. How else do you feel about this person? Oh, y'all are so close. Like they're family. Oh. Like they're your family. And they're not running to... This person's not running towards nightlife. So they're your family, but they're not running towards partying all the time. They're somebody who's more homey, domesticated. They're antisocial. They don't run towards, oh my God, it's divine masculine standing in his power. Look at him. Or it's a divine masculine. It might not be yours. It might be just one that comes towards you, because you're attracting what you are. And if yours decided that they didn't want to be with you, then you'll find another one. But you're going to attract what you are. So if you're a divine feminine energy, you're going to attract a divine masculine. Maybe more than one. But somebody's going to come into your life. And I think you already know who this is. Both of you are in hermit mode. You're not talking to each other. But you're just charging up for sex, for love, to be together, to have this relationship. And it's going to fix all of your money problems for both of you. Good evening from South Africa. Welcome, baby. All right. Do I need... Kailash, are you still with me? Well, I'm not going any further with this because I see what's going on here. Y'all got it on the down low right now. You might not even be talking. So let me find out what this person would say to you. What's this deal with this Two of Cups? What's the deal with the Two of Cups? May I see, please? Show me the Two of Cups. A lot is trying to come out. What's the Two of Cups going to look like? Mutual, I can't make this up. Mutual effort. Both of you are going to put in mutual effort, and it's going to make you balance out and have what you need financially. Do you understand how beautiful that is? When you don't feel like you're the one doing all the housework. When you don't feel like you're the only one who ever does anything around here. And you're constantly getting criticized or walking on eggshells. Or feeling like you don't fit into somebody's family. You want to build something together, but you're with the wrong person. Anything else? Woo. You're coming out of a toxic cycle where the purpose was not shared and your heart is opening to something new. You're opening your heart for the first time in a very long time to trying something new because this person makes you feel safe. And there's nothing better when you're coming out of a bad relationship than to have an open heart and a shared mutual effort with somebody safe. And you know this person's that way. You're all in hermit mode, both of you, looking at this and thinking about how this is all, you're all each other has in the world. Other people might have stuff that they can depend on, but not the two of you. All you have is each other. And you are separated by distance. I see that. All right, I'm going to take maybe one or two more questions, and then I've got to close. I've got to have something to eat. I've got some work I got to get done. I've got a lot I got to do. I think Kailash might have gone somewhere else. I might just close, to be honest with you, because y'all, I'm tired. Tracy, are you still here? Who's still with me that wants me to answer a question? I'm not going to leave you hanging if you've waited all this time. Is there anybody here? What's your question, baby? Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and subscribes. I love that. That makes my day. Y'all have no idea. You make my day. If you have a question, there we go. Anything new coming for you? Let's find out. Is there anything new coming towards Tracy's spirit? Alright, I got you too, okay? South Africa. I got you and Tracy, and then I'm going to close, unless there's one more. Alright, what's going on with Tracy? Is anything new coming towards her? A mutual effort and shared healing. I think I've been reading for y'all. Business partner. Hold the phone, Tracy. Business partner. Woo! I love it, especially when you got money problems. What's coming towards Tracy? Woo, that flu's out. Somebody's giving you the silent treatment, and it's a third party. Somebody's giving you a silent treatment, and third party is infidelity. Tracy, be careful. If they ain't talking to you and they're acting silent, there's a third party involved. Be careful, because this person could be somebody who cheated in the past on their partners. That's what's coming towards you. Show me what's coming towards her with the tarot. Oh my God in heaven. The King and Queen of Cups came out together. In reverse. It looks like you might be dealing with somebody. They're not talking to you, though. You need to evaluate how much this person has hurt you and how much you've lost from him. Talk to her, Spirit. What does she need to know? Oh, Lord. Tracy, do you understand what... This is what's coming towards you, sweetheart. This is your perfect match. You're going to have an epiphany about daydreaming and taking off your mask. It could be somebody else that's wearing a mask. Daydreaming, wearing a mask, and an epiphany. Maybe they're not wearing a mask. You've been daydreaming, and you're going to realize that you've been daydreaming, and then I think the veil is going to be lifted. Somebody was a narcissist. Somebody was giving you the silent treatment. Your ex is coming through real strong. This person was a soulmate, it looks like. What's coming new? It looks like you need to heal from the old. What's the new? What's the new? Show me the new, Spirit. Whoa. Envy? You not, oh, honey, nothing good. Distance, not being healed and not being hopeful. And not being trapped. Nothing good. I don't see anything good coming towards you, baby. I'm so, so sorry. I wish I could give you better news, but it's just not coming through for you right now. I can help you with it, though, if you want. I'm going to try to help you so you can move past this. Because you're stuck like Chuck. You're the hangman. What you need to work on to move past this tough shit? That soulmate and feeling like there's no good ones. There are good ones. And there's a soulmate that you need to work on. Okay, what else? You've been tolerating abuse and feeling like this is not too much. Yes, it is too much. Girl, let me find out. And people been criticizing you? Tracy, you need to love yourself. Quit putting up with this. Sweetheart, you got to get some healing. Hold on a minute. Hold up. Tracy. Tracy. Bear, we got to have some healing up in here. We got to have some healing up in here. How does she not F herself? May I see, please? Fuck being nice. Fuck being nice to these abusive people. You about to wake up and realize you're the one. And then you're going to set you some financial goals so you can get up out of there. You about to come up out of there. Spirit's got you right where you need to be to stop putting up with all of this nonsense you've been putting up with. And you already know what I'm talking about. All right, Africa, South Africa. You want to know the best way? Are you still here, sweetheart? Make sure y'all like the video on your way out. Tracy, you've been hearing everything I've been saying. You need to love yourself. You've been coming in and out because you were here for the first video. I'm so tired. What's your question, baby? Tespora, is that how you say it? Huxtable? No, that's Tracy. Tespora Moridi? Morobi? Tespora Morobi. Tespora Morobi. Tracy, love yourself, sweetheart. Love yourself, okay? I want you to love yourself, and I want you to listen to me. Love yourself. Go ahead and post your question, okay? From South Africa. How does Tracy love herself? Damn, I knew I was going to get a lot for you. I knew I was. Go ahead and post your question, though, okay? From South Africa. Tespora Morobi. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Girl, you got a lot of work to do. I don't know who made you feel so bad about yourself, but they were abusive to you. This makes me so sad. I don't know who before them made you think that was what you deserved in life. But you need to own your star, number 22. Not all stars belong to the sky. Just look at the starfish, and you, one of a kind, brilliant, luminous. Never let anyone dull your shine. Endeavor to know your value, not based on what service you provide or how you can be pleasing, pretty, or productive. Rather, know your worth, based on the radiant star stuff coursing through your veins. Stand in your shine. Be willing to lose anything that requires you to lose a part of yourself. And then number 24, defy gravity. The hummingbird defies gravity, right? I hate it when people have been abused on my channel. They don't have to live that way. Impossible things happen every day. Just ask the hummingbird, who is an extraordinary aerodynamic impossibility, a jeweled miracle. So are you. Every time you go beyond what has been proclaimed as possible, every time you escape the confines of should or shouldn't, every time you step beyond what is known to discover what gifts await you in the unknown, you are defying confines of normalcy and spreading your wings so your life can defy gravity. Now is the time to think in terms of the impossible being I'm possible. Number 32. And I feel that myself right now. You're going to bloom like a badass. You just don't see it. Your ability to withstand the mundane and sometimes brutal realities of this world is in equal proportion to how well you willingly court wonder. A wise woman once taught that our work in this world is to pay attention, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. Now is the time to intentionally create space for wonder. When your heart is full of awe, it becomes a magnet for the magic that lives all around us, but is rarely glimpsed. It's time to become its partner. Embrace enchantment. And that means, like, when you go outside, just look at nature and how God makes things work. How the stars and the moon and all the planets are there, and they were placed there somehow, and they control everything that's going on around this earth. They control the tides. The moon controls the earth's water content. Just be in awe at flowers blooming. You know, it's a time of year when there's so much to be in awe over. And you'll start seeing God in places. If you look for God, He'll show up anywhere. Okay? You're going to bloom like a badass. That's what's the ultimate outcome here. You just don't see that yet. A lotus home is in the mud. It grows from the muck. Your life force, too, often grows out of the muck of circumstances, trauma, despair. Don't curse the mud of your existence. It's growing the petaled fragrance of your flowered life beneath the surface. Don't curse this moment. Choose it. Claim it as a benefactress, a holding space for your future unfolding. The lotus does not allow the dirt that surrounds it to affect its growth. Persist, you lovely thing. Best way to move forward with new connection. Oh, Tapo. Tapo. Nice to meet you, Tapo. Thank you for helping me understand that. Okay, how to move forward. Spirit, how to move forward for Tapo. How to move forward for Tapo. Show me how this new connection feels about Tapo. Shattered, like you're shattered and you've been sidetracked? Have you been through something lately? Pick up now Tapo's energy. Best way to move forward. How does this person feel? Use your intuition about not feeling sidetracked, Tapo. How does this new person feel about her? May I see? There's no third parties. Use your intuition. So it's just you and them. Show me how they feel about her. Ooh, that flew out. They feel like there's distance here. So this person could be at a distance from you. And that could be, it's not a secret. So there's no secrets here. The two of you are at a distance, but you have a very close relationship where there's no secrets being hidden. That's what I see so far. So how do they move forward, Spirit? What do they need to do to overcome the distance? You have to come up with a plan. You have to learn something new. You have to build a foundation. Somebody lacks the courage, and when they look back over the past, something could happen in the winter in this connection, or could be significant about winter. School, you could also both be in school or have something that you're studying. All right, what's going to happen once they build the foundation? You're going to end up. Your mother could talk you out of leaving because she fears for you. There's an older woman showing up that's afraid for you to move forward here. Is that true? Or is this you being afraid? Because I don't see you doing this because of fear. You're afraid to walk away from a woman in your life, maybe a mother or a grandmother. Are you afraid to leave them and move out? What's going to be the outcome here? You're going to finally realize that you have to. It's going to get more dangerous to stay than to leave. And you may have a child. You may be pregnant or have been pregnant. Somebody here is either a mother. I have the Empress, the Eight of Cups in reverse, but then I have the Six of Swords. So you have these strong emotions to not leave like a mother behind. There's something that's causing, this could be you. This Empress vibe could be you. But you're afraid of change. You have a fear of change. But then you're realizing, but I need it. That's how you move forward. You have to get over how you feel about it and think logically. You have to say, fuck feelings. I have logic for a reason. Yeah, I might be afraid, but what's the worst that can happen? I'm already in a bad situation that this would lead to everything emotionally. So where you have fear and you're stuck in your fear, it's leading you to the Ten of Cups. So even though this person's at a distance and you're afraid, you have to stop being afraid. Your fear is what's holding you back. And once they move forward, what will that look like? Independence. Being able to stand on your own and not depend on anyone ever again. And maybe not even having to work. This person might take care of you. Anything else? Queen of Cups came out. You're in love with this person. Why is why is she here? That might be the one. Because she's recognizing an opportunity for herself that'll bring her stability, but somehow it's like you feel like in the past you've maybe been hurt and you're afraid. It's like you're afraid because of something that you're afraid of. It could be your aunt. You want to know how she feels? How does the aunt feel? Like you got a crush on somebody and like you have a lot of temptation that this would not really make you happy. I think that you and her are somehow connected, and her feelings about this are keeping you stuck in fear. Because she's telling you, oh, you're just wishful thinking. It's just feelings you got for this person. That person is a grandiose temptation, is what she's saying. She's like, you're thinking way too out there in left field. You need to get back to reality. This person's not going to save you. Where's the person at, though? They haven't shown up yet. There he is, no. Oh. You need to be careful. Whoa. Aunt might be right. Aunt might be right. Hold up. No, Aunt is not right. Look, there he is right there. He feels like you're missing an opportunity to be with your identical match. because of somebody else that loves you and is afraid if you leave that it's a mistake. But I don't see that. Let me just look, because I don't want to tell you wrong. This is a long distance relationship. Would leaving home to be with this person be the right move? Reconsider. There's something better. The situation will improve in the near future. Is that a yes? Because I feel like it might be. Is that a yes? A year from now, you will have success. No need to worry. Don't compromise. Why was success in reverse? Because you have to take action. But it's not right now. You need to wait. Let me tell you when. Meditation brings answers. You need to know when. This is not about how. This is about when. Because this man can afford, I think, to take care of you. When will she need to make this move? May I see when it's meant for her to be with this man? Oh, that flew out. When you release resistance, you're just resisting this. There's nothing holding you back but you. There's nothing. Look, stop obsessing. You're overthinking. When will she be with them? This person could live near the ocean. Not on a holiday. Faster than you think. And March is significant. Same thing I got for that other person. And in the morning. Are you that same person? What is faster than you think? April. Not in the winter. April. In other words, now, not in February, April. So maybe you had plans for February on Valentine's Day or something like that. Now. Only thing holding you back is you. And this person, it looks like can this person afford to take care of her? Listen to your intuition. It's unlikely. Because of unforgiveness. What do you mean? If you believe, communicate clearly. So I'm not asking the right question. Okay, let me rephrase that. Will this person take care of her? Not can they, will they? Trust and choose a new direction. Improving health and don't stop but stop. Okay, so there's health issues of some sort. It could be mental, physical, emotional. Trust and choose a new direction. Will they be able to build something meaningful together if they get their finances together? See, that's what we're talking about today. That's where we're at. If you believe you're not communicating clearly, well, what do I need to know? Because I'm not saying something right. There's something that you need to hold on to or let go of and remain positive in the near future. I don't really see anything that would be bad. Would there be any harm to her if she left for this person now? No. You'd get recovery. And yes, if you don't compromise. That's kind of confusing, but you understand. They will not bring you any harm. You'll get to recover. But yes, if you don't compromise. It's like you're not letting go of something, but you have an opportunity. Is this safe? Can she get safety here? Is this the safe? Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, this would be safe. So if you were wondering, look, and there would be recovery here. I don't see anything wrong with you going. And I had a girl that had to go blindfolded on a plane to see a man. And I did a reading to make sure she was safe to go with him. And it said yes, and she was. She was fine. So if that's, I feel confident with my cards. I trust them with all of my heart. So you're okay. This person, I think, would be a good fit for you in life. And you and him could build something meaningful together. Where in the world? Oh, here they are. Oh, okay. That's your birthday. Ah. Oh, you're a he. I didn't know. I thought you were a she. That girl, she's in love with you. She was showing up instead of you. Woo! Oh, these scammers. I don't know what to say. I can't believe all these. You wouldn't believe all of the damn notifications on my phone. It's like, how many people can there be in. Oh. And see, this is the guy that doesn't want to text anybody because he's so fucking tired of all the texts. And the ones who actually know me, I ain't hearing from. I don't want to live on fantasy land, a fantasy island. All right, I'm gonna pull some trinkets and dice, and we're gonna go. Trinkets, sweet spirit, for this reading. All right, I got a guitar playing skeleton. Perhaps love. I got a golden wave. The beach could be significant. I got a unicorn. I got a dragonfly. I got a butterfly. I got a pegasus. I got a fish. Remember I kept seeing the Pisces vibe? I'm a Pisces rising half the time and Aquarius half the time. And I also got a tree of life. I've been a Pisces rising one for a long time now. Like, I think it goes for cycles. I'm not sure how it works. It goes with daylight savings time is what it goes with. Anyway, oh, let's do these. I'm so tired. LOHKFAW, Neptune or Pisces, number 8. I knew I was seeing a Pisces strong here. MGSWIBQ2, Mercury. I don't know where my other dice went to. It's lost. CMHHOCN, number 2, North Node. One more time. ZOBNQ, the Moon, MMHV, number 9. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hyping, whatever you do to support my channel, showing me love, just being here, encouraging me, and allowing me to encourage you and meet your needs. I hope you will consider subscribing if you haven't. Like the video when you leave, and take care, okay? Namaste.